Welcome to fabulous Lake Tahoe, your local's guide to the very best of America's year-round playground. I'm Jack Durst, and I am snowed in. We have had 10 feet of snow here in Tahoe, and you guys are going to have some excellent President's Day skiing this week. Heavenly has 5 to 10 feet. Almost all of the local places to ski have feet and feet of snow, and I am snowed in and bored. So I'm going back through my footage, and I found this on the scene report from Lakeview Commons. Lakeview Commons is the project right next to El Dorado Beach. It's where the El Dorado Beach boat launch is. In fact, this year, as late as Labor Day, I was advising people to go down to El Dorado Beach to watch the fireworks because it's one of our best firework beaches. The project got off to a rocky start in the middle of last summer because there was a bidding scandal. Reeve-Knight Construction, a Sacramento company, and another Sacramento company, Clark & Sullivan, were both bidding on the project. Lake Tahoe, for many, many years, has had a local work rule. Basically, the rule is, if you are building something in Lake Tahoe, you have to hire local subcontractors, you have to hire local people first. That way, we wind up spending all of our building money on new projects. At least people in Tahoe get to work. Everybody knows about this rule. Anyone who bids on a project in Tahoe knows that you have to comply with that rule. Well, Clark & Sullivan lost the bid because Reeve-Knight had not budgeted in the fact that they were going to have to subcontract to Tahoe contractors. So they present the city council with, oh, give us more money or we can't do it. Their competing bidder and the Carpenters Work Preservation Committee decide to file a lawsuit that the whole bid was invalid. And as of November 10th, a federal judge had decided that yes, indeed, the bid was invalid, and the city was going to have to completely rebid the project. So when I was out there doing my application review for the Android app, I decided to go out and get some footage out there at Lakeview Commons. Check it out. Well, it's a sad sight out here at El Dorado Beach. Early this summer, the TRPA approved them to take down the retaining wall and replace it. I agree it was an old, rotten wall. It needed to be replaced. But there was a lawsuit halfway through the replacement of the retaining wall, and it was left with the retaining wall totally taken out and nothing but this huge slope of snow that I'm showing you. This is all bare exposed dirt under the snow. This is a water quality travesty, and if it's allowed to continue until the snow melts, there is going to be a huge plume of brown dirt coming off the south shore of Lake Tahoe right here. I end every video with Keep Tahoe Blue, and I do that for a reason. I strongly believe in lake clarity as a cause, and I think the TRPA needs to act, and act now, to make sure that we get what we need from a level of water quality. Also, I don't know if you can see this, but up here we have a national monument where the Vice President, Al Gore, spoke about water quality at the lake. And it is presently at risk of sliding down the slope next time there's erosion and winding up in the lake itself. My friends in high school contributed to this project. I really, really would hate to see it slide into the lake. But since I made that footage, there's been some really big developments in the story. The city attorney, Patrick Enright, decided that it was a crisis phase, and they settled with Reeve-Knight. Reeve-Knight settled with the city for $145,000 to give up the $5 million bid and give it to the next bidder. And Clark & Sullivan says that they are going to be able to rebuild this boat launch. There's going to be bathrooms, there's going to be a bunch of stuff. But rebuild this project completed in October 2011, instead of it not even being touched until 2012 like it would have been without the court settlement. So this is really, really good news. I still strongly support getting a retaining wall at that beach as soon as possible because it is going to be a water quality disaster this spring, but at least it's not going to be a permanent hole like the one down at State Line. I applaud the City Council for settling this case. There was no need to drag it all the way to the California Supreme Court. So, settled the case and move on. I still urge you, call the TRPA, tell them that you support water quality and you support getting the Lakeview Commons project done as quickly as possible for water quality purposes, because that national monument is going to slide into the lake if we don't do something about it soon. And hopefully Clark and Sullivan can be our saviors on this matter and not wind up with another thing. So, thank you. Keep Tahoe blue. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye.